You talk there about the link between local government and then the next tier, which is provincial, and then from there it goes to national. And I imagine that in some provinces that relationship is perhaps more congruent than in others. In the Western Cape, for example, it's the DA province, so-called. And so there, if you have a national and provincial government that are of different political affiliations, how does that affect the relationship between the different tiers?
Look, it goes smoother than you may think. In Parliament, all parties, as far as I know, at least the DA and the ANC, approved the National Development Plan. So that is our plan as a country up to 2030 for what we want to do. That means that your provincial development plan, your IDP at municipal level, all of those have to actually speak to implementing that overall program.
Okay.
So I think we are much closer to each other than we may think. A lot of the debates are about what to prioritize, how to implement. There's not a huge amount of policy difference.
That's so interesting, because when it comes to the campaigning and the kind of politicking, we hear a very different story from politicians. I'm interested to hear from you in terms of some of the issues that have come up, and we look at the press conferences around the different agreements. We can't call them coalitions apparently, but agreements. And they've spoken to many national issues, things like privatizing or making public the mining sector, or education, which is a provincial and national government issue. How many of these issues actually do trickle down to what can be done at a municipal level?
Almost none of the issues that I've seen. I think that you have to realize that we have a democracy. So at a local government level, the councillors that are elected through coalitions, alliances, minority governments, whatever, can make decisions about local issues. And that really is about your water tariffs, your electricity tariffs, where you're going to put infrastructure, what level of infrastructure, what services you're going to make available. There's no way that any party in this country will allow someone in Nelson Mandela municipality to say, okay, we'll make you mayor if you change your party's national policies. Firstly, parties have their own democratic process to make policy. And secondly, Parliament makes national policy, not two people negotiating in a dark room in Nelson Mandela.